Here we go. So, we've already done our inspections. In addition to our inspections on our inspection sheet, we are actually going to also do the oil change. First thing that we need to do with the oil change is we need to take the cap off. Okay? This is going to allow air in, and it's going to allow oil to flow out. When we do this, anything that we take off, we're going to put in one place. It's going to be the same place every time. And that's going to be in the front cart of whatever bay we are working on. Okay? I'm going to need lots of paper towels, so someone will give me paper towels. Did you make sure that the vehicle is ready to be lifted, folks? Okay, good. So. We're going to look and check to see where our engine oil is. Okay? And we found out last time we did it, it was super full. Way more full than it should be. And if you can't smell it already, there's a whole ton of fuel, gasoline that's getting into the engine oil. And it super stinks. Okay? So we are going to wipe it off. We're going to kind of see where we're at. I think we're still getting full because of what's happening to it. But at least we're closer to where it should be. Okay? Who's got my paper towels? Let me have 2 or 3 of them, please, to start me off. Okay. So, we've wiped it off. We're in good shape. We're going to raise it up, lock it in. We will put one jack stand in the front, one jack stand in the back. Okay?
All right.
You ready? Let's go. So raise it up. Here we go. Mason, go ahead and film that. Make sure you have doing it. Double check. Yes.
Can't see a thing. Yeah. There we go. Wow. Oh, it looks like we're underwater. Alright, that's good. Yep.
Okay, raise it up. Clear.
Like how bad?
A little bit, yes.
Did you say open a little bit?
Well, that's what I asked. A little bit would be fine, yes.
It's gonna be cold though.
A little bit.
A little bit. No, a lot.
Oh, it's so cold.
Set down all the way. Now it seems like it's getting okay. Will you, Oliver, bring the light over this way and just kind of shine? And we'll go underneath also. Okay. We good in the back, Brady? Okay. Very good.
Oh, it's cold over here. I'm going.
Okay. Come up to the front. Nathan kind of stand right here. Lincoln, shoot. Right there. Yep. Okay. So, right here is our oil plug. Okay. When we were doing our early bird oil changes, like we run the shop, the oil changing cart, which is the red cart way over there, has all our sockets, everything we need. Because you're going to be practicing, you're going to be working out the individual toolboxes. So we need to get a 3/8 drive ratchet, and I think it is a 13mm short 3/8 drive. So let's start with that. Okay. And Braden, will you grab that white bucket that's way back there for me? And Gavin, will you grab that red 13mm 3/8 drive short? Okay. On the floor here, we are going to put pads down. I'm going to take the bucket. The bucket is because we're going to reuse the oil each time. We are not going to put fresh oil in each time. Okay. So we're going to check to see if it's right. Okay, good. Should not need to crank on these things, tightening or loosening. But you never know. And because we're going to be practicing quite a bit, it will make a difference. Okay? I don't know how that's going to turn out on the screen. I don't care that you do it, but I don't know what it's going to look like.
Oh, wait, yeah.
Okay, that's what I'm saying. It may just turn sideways and they're all cranking in the head, okay? So, crack this open. Okay, see how it didn't take much to crack it open? Hold this. May I have some of the... Here's my paper towels. One hand me on here.
You're done.
May I have 2 or 3 more paper towels, please? And this is more for just this. Again, we need donations of old towels to make rags. I'm going to actually push in as I'm unscrewing this, so that as this is going, I'm going to raise this up just a little bit. I'm going to try to, so I don't lose as much. But because I'm pushing in at the same time, it's kind of holding the majority of the oil in, so it doesn't start leaking ahead of time. And then when it gets to the end here, okay, I got very little on my hand, okay? Now, while that's draining, bleh, okay, shine the light on my hand, take a shot of my hand. So, on our plug here, most of them have this nice washer type of setup. Maybe it's made of different materials, nylon, rubber, whatever. We want to make sure that we clean it off thoroughly, make sure there's no grit or other things. Because this came off the vehicle during an oil change, where are we going to put it?
Okay.
On the cart. Bay 4, set it down there. Okay? So, while it is draining, what other things can we be doing?
Locating and then removing the oil filter.
We can locate the oil filter, which if you shoot way up here where my finger's at, okay, that's will be our oil filter. What other things can we do? Because I don't want to take the oil filter off yet because I'm going to need to drain it into something. What other things can we be doing? What have you been practicing in the last several days?
Oh, yeah.
Inspecting the vehicle. We can look at brakes, we can look at the brake lines, we can look at the fuel lines, we can look at the springs, we can look for exhaust leaks. All those things we can be looking at right now. Okay? Now, for time purposes, we're going to kind of hold off on our grippies here. Normally, we'd like this go all the way down, so it's very little. May I have the plug, please? Okay? So, when this is all the way drained, it should be down to just drips. Like I said, we're kind of moving a little bit faster so we get it all done in one shot. When I plug this in, or put this in and plug, I want to make sure I wipe all the way around it. I want to make sure I'm not getting any grit or dirt underneath there so it seats nice and tight. Now, I've hand tightened it. Ratchet, please. and make sure I'm going the right direction. Tights tight, broke's broke, and we don't need to crank on it. Okay? Just a little bit there. I go back through, wipe things off again. I understand on our practice vehicles it's leaking oil from the engine amongst other things. We're going to still get the best that we can. So now, if both of you will swing to the front so you can shoot backwards. Now we're going to look at our oil filter. Okay? The oil filter is way up here. Shoot your light this direction. And kind of shoot, you can see the top of my tape. Okay? Here's our oil filter. Now our oil filter, we have several different types of wrenches to get in there. This one is super tight. So what we're going to use is, if you look over here now real quick. They're like big sockets. Okay? Shoot over this way. Okay? They're like big sockets. But can you see how even though some of them are the same size, okay, they have different ribs or different number of notches on them, okay? And based on the oil, I think this is the one I used last time, but we'll go and we'll see. So, back to looking up there. I'm going to stand kind of back off this way. Get some light up here, please, so you can see. Okay, so I'm going to go this way just so I can... Okay, so that's on there. That's good. May I please have the 3/8 drive ratchet? I don't need a socket, just the 3/8 drive ratchet. I'm going to make sure that I'm loosening. Okay, and once I get this on here, again, I'm just working at making sure I can break it loose. Okay, good. This one broke loose fairly easily. You okay?
My bad, I hit it.
Okay. Yeah, it's all right. So, now, we've drained the oil, and I've already done this once. So I know it's still going to leak a little bit out of it. And we're going to reuse the filter each time just because we're practicing. Okay. Can you kind of see how easy it's actually coming out?
Yeah.
Now, we did find, once I get it loose, that if I set it here, and then I gotta come around to the front side here. I can stand up here. And then pull it out from this side. Is what we found with this one. Okay. Oops. So here's our oil filter. The cap goes back. Now, if we were going to use a new one, we'd actually fill this back up with new, fresh, clean oil. That way the engine does not have to push as hard to get the oil in through the filter and back through the engine components. This is a used one, and we're just going to practice, but I want you to go through the same steps. The other thing is, we have to check to see this gasket that I'm touching right here. We need to make sure it's on the oil filter and not still stuck up on the engine. I have done that before. I have seen people do it before. They put this off, take this off. This gasket was still up there. They put the new one on, and the oil pressure split between the two of them, and everything leaked all over the place. So we're pretending this is our new filter. I'm going to fill it up, take a little new fresh oil, make sure I go around the rim here, and make sure it's nice and clean, but also put new oil on there so it sinks. We have some more paper towels, please. Yep, 2 will be fine. Thank you. So, now, I'm going to wipe this off a little bit just to make our life a little bit easier. When we put this on, we're putting it on hand tight and then snugging it just a little bit more. We also have to make sure that we are threading on there. It spins on there super, super easy. If it feels at all hard, then we know we've cross-threaded it. Okay, so I'm going to start by doing that. And then I'm going to move this direction. Okay. And you can kind of see up in there. Sets right on there. And then I'm just going to start spinning. Okay. Can you guys see how it spins on there pretty nice and easy? Wipe it down just a little bit more once again. And again, hand tight, and then just a little bit more. We're going to wipe everything down, because I know we dripped all over the place. I'm going to lower this down a little bit. This. This. Okay, we're going to come up to the front of this. Now, go ahead and remove the jack stands from the front and the back. If we have not completed our undercarriage inspection, we would do that also. Okay, and this is what you're supposed to be practicing. But we're going to get this out of the way. Okay, go ahead and lower this down.
You gotta add it up a bit.
Yeah. Put air into it, raise it up.
Clear.
This over. Funnels are on the oil changing cart. Okay? When we do this, you will need a couple people to do this because we're using this 5-gallon bucket. Okay? I'll try and do it so I'm not in the way. As we go through and we do this, we don't necessarily want to just dump the whole thing back in there. Okay? I'm going to start with, well, let's start with that. Let's take our dipstick, wipe it off entirely. Wow. That fuel is really potent. But okay. Now if we look at it, and I know you guys can't always see. So where my right thumb is where it should be, and it's way down where my finger is. Okay? So, we need to pour, we're probably going to pour the rest of it in, because last time we did this, we got rid of the excess already. It should not be that gray. And again, it should not be that smelly. Okay.
It smells like this.
So we're going to pull it out, wipe it off, put it back in. Okay, we're like almost dead in the middle of where we're supposed to be. Okay, you guys kind of see that? So, we'll continue with our inspections. The funnel. Okay, I'm going to lift it up. I'm going to place my rag or paper towels underneath. And I'm going to flip the inside out. Every single time. Even if you are going to turn right around and practice this again in the same hour. Okay? I want you to get in the habit of cleaning everything up. Okay? And then the funnel would actually go on the oil changing cart. Am I explaining things well? Does that make sense?
Yep.
Okay, at the end of the day, which will be this class, our buckets we're going to tip upside down right here, and we'll have other ones that we'll do for the other two also. Okay? Questions, comments, concerns? Okay, so go ahead and
It stops from here.
yep.